Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Friday, March 25th, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in today's video, we'll be going over the injuries in play for tonight's slate. It is like a 7-game slate overall. Going over my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings. I will not be doing a recap of yesterday's picks since I did not make a video yesterday. I do apologize for that. I was dealing with a little bit of sore throat yesterday, so talking at least early on in the day was not something that was going to go over too well, but hopefully you guys did all right on last night's slate. So we're going to start off with the injuries in play for tonight's slate. So we have 2 games starting right away at 7 o'clock tonight. For the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma is listed as questionable. He's missed the past couple of games. We'll see if he's back tonight or not. Obviously, if he doesn't play, looking like a lot of the similar things we've been seeing. If he does play, maybe he's a value spot. Just kind of depends on how many minutes he ends up playing. And then Vernon Carey is also listed as questionable. Not really in the rotation either way, though. For the Detroit Pistons, Hamidou Diallo, Isaiah Livers, Chris Smith are all out once again. Looks like Frank Jackson should be back tonight, though, so not too many changes here overall. For the Utah Jazz, Daniel House, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Udoka Azubuike are all out once again, and then Hassan Whiteside listed as questionable. For the Charlotte Hornets, Gordon Hayward is out once again. Then we move over to the Golden State Warriors without Seth Curry and James Wiseman once again. Andre Iguodala is doubtful to play. So kind of back to the lineup we've been seeing without Steph Curry. And then for the Hawks, John Collins is out once again, so Dylan Gallinari probably starting at the power forward spot once again. Then we move down to the New York Knicks, who were without Nerlens Noel and Derrick Rose. Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle, both questionable to play, both ended up missing the last time out. For the Miami Heat, they are without Victor Oladipo and Gabe Vincent. And then we have PJ Tucker, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, all this is questionable, and then Caleb Martin listed as a game-time decision, but ended up playing the last time out. Then we move down to the Dallas Mavericks, who were without Tim Hardaway Jr., Trey Burke, Davis Bertans, and Teo Penson's listed as questionable. Luka Doncic does have a gray next to his name. He did not play the last time out, but looks like he should be back tonight. Then for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels is out once again, and Karl Anthony Towns listed as questionable to play. For the Houston Rockets, John Wall is out once again, and then Usman Garuba listed as questionable for tonight's game. For the Portland Trailblazers, they're without Eric Bledsoe, Didi Lozana, and Joseph Nurkic. Anthony Simons is doubtful once again. And then Justice Winslow and Josh Hart, both questionable to play. Obviously, if these guys don't end up playing, there could be some value opening up on this team overall tonight. Then Philadelphia 76ers are all the way healthy at this point in time. Same 4 guys out for the Clippers tonight, and Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell, and Jay Preston. And then Robert Covington also listed as a game-time decision. But with that being said, that's a quick little rundown on all the injuries in play for tonight's slate. Obviously, we're going to be looking at Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Justice Winslow, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, guys like that, seeing whether or not they're playing tonight or not. Those are going to be the major ones. Maybe some value does open up throughout the day, though. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So we're going to start off at the point guard position with Patrick Beverley, $4,700, looking for 24 points at him. Currently, I'm projected for 25 points tonight, averaging about 26 points on the season. Decent little value spot here, at least early on tonight's slate. Then at shooting guard, I got Alec Burks, who is $6,100, looking for 31 points. I'm got projected for 32 points tonight. At this current point in time, I am assuming Julius Randle does not end up playing tonight. If he does, this is probably a pick that does change throughout the day, though. Then at small forward, we're going with somebody that's just kind of cheap, and we know what we're going to get out of him. Royce O'Neal, $3,900, looking for 20 points. I'm currently having projected for 20 points tonight, averaging 21.5 points on the season. Can't really say too much about him here at this point in time. Just somebody that's cheap, reliable, and we know what we're going to get out of him at the 20 points per game, essentially. Then in power forward, we have Jared Vanderbilt, $4,500. Offers a little bit upside, but hasn't seen it as much lately. Only looking for 23 points out. Currently, I'm projected for 23 points tonight, averaging almost 24 on the season. Then last but not least, we're going to go with Bam Adebayo at $8,000. Looking for 40 points out, averaging just over 41 on the season. If Jimmy Butler does not end up playing tonight, probably looks even better for him. But currently I'm projected for 42 points at this point in time. Obviously, if Mitchell Robinson does not play for the Knicks, it's going to be an even better matchup for him once again tonight. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the DraftKings side, you have $22,800 remaining. $7,600 per player. So if you want to spend up for one stud, you can definitely do that and then kind of mix and match from there. Or if you want to take a little bit more balanced approach, that's definitely fine as well on tonight's 7-game slate. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. So we're going to start off with the point guard position. I'm going with Kevin Porter Jr. here at $5,900. Looking for 30 points out. I'm averaging about 29 on the season. Goes against the Portland Trail Blazers tonight. Should be a favorable matchup for him. Couple down games lately, but he should bounce back in a big way tonight. So definitely somebody I have a lot of interest in. Currently, I'm projected for about 31 points tonight. Then in shooting guard, we're going with Alec Burks once again. I am assuming that Julius Randle is out tonight. $6,000, looking for 30 points down. Currently, I'm projected for 31. Offers a little bit upside for more, a little bit of downside for less. But if Julius Randle ends up playing in this game, probably a pick that will change throughout the day, though. But as of right now, Alec Burks, definitely somebody that I have some interest in for tonight's slate. Then at small forward, we have Corey Kispert, $3,800. So kind of like I mentioned with Royce O'Neal on the DraftKings side, just kind of looking for somebody that's cheap, kind of knowing what we're going to get out of him. So $3,800 for Corey Kispert, looking for 19 points down. Have him projected for 20 points tonight. Definitely a guy that's not going to kill you on a slate like tonight overall. Then once again at the power forward position, we went with Jared Vanderbilt, $4,200, looking for 21 points down, averaging 24.5 on the season. So definitely has a little bit of upside there, not showing in as much as in recent games, but still currently having projected for 23 points tonight at $4,200. Looks like a decent value, at least early on tonight's slate. Then last but not least, we're going with Bam Adebayo once again at that center position. You could look at Rudy Gobert here as well. Both guys project out reasonably well. Bam Adebayo, $8,300. Looking for 42 points down. Averaging just under 41 on the FanDuel side so far this season. Currently, I'm projected for 42 points. And as I mentioned on the DraftKings side, if Mitchell Robinson does not end up playing in this game, he probably looks even better on tonight's slate overall. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the FanDuel side, you have $31,800 remaining, just under $8,000 per player. So you could definitely pay up for a stud, maybe even 2, and then kind of mix and match from there. Or if you want to take a little bit more balanced approach, that's definitely fine as well on tonight's slate. And it's something that has worked out reasonably well on the FanDuel side so far this season. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, March 25th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's on FanDuel or DraftKings. Might be one of my core 5 for either site. Might be somebody that I did not mention at all you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you guys have to say. And then, as always, I'll be listing all the injury updates, COVID news, and starting lineups as they do become available throughout the day, as well as my updated core about a half hour prior to lock. So definitely be sure you're checking up on the comments, especially as we get closer to lock, so that you do have the most relevant information as possible headed into lock. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at CoachCraigSports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. Yes, I know it's kind of the off season, but we're talking some dynasty, talking some NFL draft prospects. If you did not check out last night's episode, the stream that we did, JC Money Design and myself, talking about the NFL draft prospects, the defensive players that rose at the combine. Definitely a fun episode. I definitely did a lot of talking there about some of those guys, and I think it's a very interesting group. So if you're playing in IDP leagues, definitely be sure to check that out. Or if you just want to learn a little bit more about some of the defensive players in this year's NFL draft, I would definitely recommend that as well. And then with that being said, if you are a newer current subscriber who's yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I upload a new video. Like I've been saying, I upload daily NBA DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.